Hi all. So one really cool part about all of this that I had meant to say at the beginning of last night's video before I kind of got stage fright and distracted and jumped trains of thought, is that my point to me being strong-willed and stubborn and and I'm far from perfect. I am perfectly imperfect. I am always down for a good time. My point to all of that is you don't have to be like special or you don't have to be religious to have a divine connection. You don't have to walk a straight line. You don't have to have you don't have to have anything special to be able to access everything that I've been experiencing and that I'm going through. And I just think that I wish more people knew. Self-work is a lot of work and it's a lot to put in the time and the effort. And it can be really hard, draining, exhausting. But at the end of the day, if you're not even doing any of it right now, if you start doing it for an hour a day, I think a month from now you would be amazed at the difference that it can make. Because all of us, each of us has it all starts with intuition, right? Your higher self, we all kind of have that little voice in the back of our mind that tells us right from wrong, or you kind of have that gut feeling about something, or you find yourself drawn to something, and even if you're not sure why you find yourself drawn to something, even if it doesn't make sense, pursue it, go after it. There's some reason that you're drawn to the things you're drawn to. And you don't have to have all the details. You don't have to see the full picture. All you have to do is just take the first step. And the universe will start to respond to those vibrations. And so, your higher self that you often think is just you, the more you kind of go down this path and learn the difference, you'll learn sometimes you start connecting the dots to, oh, that's my higher self that's saying this stuff or telling me this stuff, or it's pushing me towards something or pushing me to do something, because our higher selves, they have our best interest first and foremost, because they are us. But without all of the anxiety or fear or thoughts or whatever these human emotions, that all these complex layers that we add to our situations ourselves. And being able to kind of harness that connection with your higher self and all that, that all starts with your third eye right here in the center of your forehead. It's also called the pineal gland. It's an actual organ, and there's a reason that it's not talked about or taught in it's not a commonly taught topic in medical school and stuff like that. And that's how, though, you kind of access this memory bank, and you're able to tap into and expand more than the 2% of your brain that humans standardly use. That's actually the fact. But anyway, there's ways to kind of speed up the activation if you're interested in it. There is, you can go to a Reiki, spiritual healings. They can do with energy. They can open it up. You want to make sure your energy bodies are open, your chakras are aligned. Again, this was all new to me, so it sounds more complex than it is, and I'll try to explain it as we go on my journey the best that I can, but or simplify it down. But you want to make sure your energy bodies are open, your chakras are aligned. There's the Reiki spiritual healers. They can help you open up your third eye. Or there's healing music, which I recently discovered that is awesome. And there's this one guy, this channel, or maybe it's a gal, I don't know, but it's a really awesome YouTube channel. But there's YouTube channels or videos, and if you just Google third eye activation on YouTube, there's a lot of different musics you can just put in your headphones, and some of them don't require meditation. They don't require anything. You just put in your headphones and listen to a 15-minute video. yeah, I don't know. But another thing is fluoride in water calcifies the pineal gland, the third eye. So you really want to make sure that, if you're really interested in pursuing this or wanting to harness it, or it makes a big difference if you get a water filter that takes out the fluoride from water. Over time, fluoride has now been added to like water supplies in such an excessive, unnecessary, high amount, and for no reason. I'm gonna leave you to that deduction, I guess. But those are just kind of like a few tips if you're interested in trying to go down this like path and open up yourself to these types of experiences or communication. And on top of all that, I mean, the long-term meditation is key. That's what's going to strengthen these abilities. That's how you're going to connect. That's the number one thing you can do consistently every day, even if it's only for 10 minutes and even if you don't do the other stuff. Meditation is the biggest key of all to being able to open your third eye and access it and, use it to your advantage over time. And, we all have, like, I continue to say this, but it's true. And I just, I want you to know how true it is, I guess. We all have these abilities. Like, every human is born with these abilities. Like, you come to life, and when you're born, you forget it all. So really, it's a path to remembering what you already know and to finding out who you are. There's a lot more on that topic that's really cool, but that's another time. But anyway, we're all born with this ability as kids, and for the most part, the large majority, we just suppress it. And it starts with like our parents who, with not intentionally doing it, but that's just, what they know. They'll tell us, like, if their kid's scared of the dark, scared of monsters, whatever, they'll say, oh, there's nothing in your room, it's fine, go back to sleep, we got a nightlight, you kind of go through those routines with like toddlers, young children. And that's because, that's the parents just trying to comfort their kids. There's nothing else in the bedroom right now, like, you're fine. Nothing to be scared of. But in reality, kids and animals, they have like a heightened sixth sense. So it's like they can sense when energies are in the room or stuff that is just not completely transparent to our 3D level of kind of our small level of frequency interaction that we're used to. So over time, like as, kind of a preteen by then, the kind of the ability to harness like and tap into yourself and these powers, you lose it, you kind of suppress it. And so and that's what happened with me, because I remember being very sensitive to stuff. Like, I would know in my heart of heart and my soul of souls and the house I grew up in, like, I would be scared at night, freaked out, there was like stuff in the room, and I would, my mom was like, you're losing your mind, like, there is nothing in here. And I'm like, anyway, it makes sense in hindsight now, I guess. And so over time, though, I guess like what I have come to learn is that 31 or 32, I think is what they told me, is kind of the magic number. So like, if you have a purpose, like in my case, like whatever my purpose path is that I'm supposed to be on, it requires me to know about this stuff, to like be able to leverage these abilities. And so if you're a starseed wanderer, indigo child, we can go more into that. It's all the same thing at the end of the day. There's just different kind of labels humans term it as, but essentially everyone is. Some people have like a more kind of activated role at this point in time. But anyway, if you're meant to be able to need these things, like kind of in my case, whatever I'm sorting out over here, in your late 20s, and like I said, 31, 32 is kind of the magic number, things start to reactivate, whether you want them or not. So even if you have completely suppressed them, like I had, like I was mind blown when this stuff started happening, but I couldn't stop it. And the harder I tried to fight it, the more miserable and harder and awful things got, because I wasn't meant to fight it. I was meant to learn how to navigate it, which is what I'm doing. And it's cool because like I get all these signs from the universe that like I'm on track to my path, even filming my videos. I don't know, but like more and more things are happening, and like to show me like, yes, you're on the right path, keep doing whatever it is you're doing. And so it's like cool, but like even this morning, like I had a new experience, but and now it's like, initially it's like, okay, but do I be scared? Because like that's the first time that's happened. So like, what the heck is that? Why can I see a 3D hologram? Like, I don't even know if I should have shared that. Anyway, sometimes I wish I knew how to edit videos. My point is for me, it's like I learned how to navigate it, or I just was gonna keep sinking into a darker hole because not having any clue with, I wasn't open to listening to the universe or receiving signs, or I just was trying to fit in this circle that I didn't belong in. You know that saying, like, if nothing goes right, go left? Well, I literally went every direction of the circle. I think I like went around once, did a full lap each way, and turns out the universe was just trying to tell me I was in the fully wrong circle. So it's, you know, a few weeks ago, about a month ago, I finally accepted that the universe does things for you, not to you. So every time you're having an experience, if you can think like what is this for? Why, like, you know, how is this benefiting me? Even if it's a painful, shitty experience, like, yeah, the universe is doing things for you, not to you. And in hindsight, it'll all make sense. But for now, you just kind of have to learn to trust it. And the less you fight it, the more you know how to navigate it. It's to your advantage. So that's kind of like a big thing as part of my surrender. Another thing that I think is really important to share is how important it is to treat animals kindly and to be really mindful and conscious of the food you're eating and what you put in your body. And I know that kind of sounds like a tangent. I've always had a very, 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 very strong connection to animals, like very strong. But as part of like, as this whole, you know, talking about meditation and why it's so important to raise the vibration of the planet and all of that is, in order to transition to this 5D, or even if you don't believe in 3D to 5D transition, like dimension transitions, even if you just believe in God, or a creator of some sort, you know, Earth is actually one of heaven's gardens. And so, you know, it's really important for the heavens, the divine, like what we are due to planet Earth. Like, it doesn't just matter for us, the people living here now or potentially in the future, or our children's children, whatever. Like, it's actually one of heaven's gardens. And animals, a lot of them are more emotionally intelligent than humans. And just because they can't speak, just because they don't have opposable thumbs and all that, like what we're doing, like, is not okay. Like, their soul it's just as relevant. Their souls and their lives is just as relevant as yours and the human sitting next to you. So it's just really, really important to be mindful of animals and the planet. And even if you aren't an animal obsessed person like I am, just please, please, please be conscious, because you don't know actually how important the animal component is. And I would say yeah, kind of just like, I guess on an ending note for today's vid, you know, everyone has something to heal from, that they have to heal. Healing is the end of conflict with yourself. And we all have something we have to choose to work on. I would say 98.9% of humanity, whether it is fear, anger, regret, trauma you've experienced, hurt, we all have something that we have to heal from in order to raise our own vibrations, and for this planet to get better. And so, you know, the more that you can look within yourself, and focus on you and what you need to be doing, it's going to get a lot better. I promise. Well, I'm broadcasting my journey live to, I don't even know who, maybe no one. So, you know, I'm really rolling the dice here, and this is silly, but I really have faith that, you know, things are going to take a positive turn for everybody. So, that's all for today. And I promise in my next video, we'll start the ghost stories for, not ghost stories, like I'll start on the haunted house stuff. But yeah, see y'all later. Bye.